Hello everybody, this is John Larson with UCF and Salty for Life Outdoor Adventures and also Denali's newest pro staffer. So I just got in the mail 10 new Denali rods, 2 of them are back ordered on me. But I'm really excited to go out and play with them. But before I set up any rod, I like to check them, specifically the backbone of each rod, and that's what this video is about. I'm going to teach you how to do this. Pretty much universally, any rod manufacturer mass produces rods, and there's always going to be some defective ones that come out through the mix. So if you order 10 rods, chances are at least 2 of them are going to have the backbone a little bit off. So I'm going to show you how to test for this now. If you're going to a rod store, if you're going to a tackle store to buy a rod, This is Denali's Jade Wood flipping stick, and I'm going to show you on the Jade Wood, the Rosewood, and the Norwood, since I got one of each here. What you want to do is set the rod butt on a hard surface like a tile or hardwood floor, and you're going to hold up near the tip with your left hand and put a slight bend in the rod with your right hand. Now as you do that, just roll the rod. I want to change this here. As you do it, just roll the rod with your hand, and you'll feel, assuming it's not like a crack in the tile or something, the backbone in the rod. And as I roll it, pretty much there's a little notch you can feel where the guides point straight up. That means the backbone is perfectly in line with the guides. I'll have to find another rod here that doesn't have a line backbone. I'll see if I can find one out of the gazillions I have here. This is the Rosewood, if I can move it around here without banging it around. It's an upgraded Jade Wood. One thing that the Jade Wood has, and the thing about the Denali rods I like, is this hardwood grip. Makes just really helps you feel the bite on the end a little bit better than the cork. The vibration goes through it a little bit better than the cork. But I'm going to do the same thing. I want you to see what I'm doing down here at the butt. I put the butt on the tile floor and roll the rod, and it almost springs with the guides pointing straight up. So the backbone's dead on this one as well. Be careful that you don't go and you're not feeling a crack between the tile, because you can even feel that, especially on a high modulus graphite rod. It's real sensitive. But as you can see, all I'm doing is putting a bend in the rod and rolling it. And that's how you can check the backbone. The guide should always point up. Alright, so in the interest of fairness, I wanted to show you a Denali rod where the backbone wasn't perfectly aligned. This is a Rosewood, so it's still real nice, cork handle. It's a great feeling rod. So if I was at a tackle store and there was 2 identical, this is a swim bait custom, there were 2 of these side by side, I would have picked them down and done the check like I showed you and roll it. And this one is pretty close. If you can see down the guide, you see how they're not just perfectly this way, their backbone's right about here. So it's canted off maybe 10 degrees, which is pretty close, because I've had rods where the backbone was right here. To be fair, I feel like I have to mention that this is not the first time I've ordered 12 rods at once. I've done it before from another company, which I won't name, that out of 9 rods, 4 of them, the backbone was off. And I'm not talking just 10 degrees, I'm talking 90 degrees. So when I cast, I had to swing the rod this way instead of like normal to get the full power out of the rod. So just in the interest of fairness, I wanted to show you what the Denali rod with the backbone a little bit off looks like. To contrast that with a Shakespeare rod, this is an ugly stick. Not knocking ugly sticks, I love this. This is the first rod I ever had. It's 8 years. This first rod I ever bought, I got a lot of them gifted to me, but 8 years down the road, this one's still here. But after I learned how to do this, I went and checked all my rods, and I was a little disappointed with what I found. So this is a spinning rod. So the backbone is right about here. So I'd call that maybe 60 degrees off from here, which is perfect. So in every rod manufacturing process, there's bound to be flaws. All I can tell you is go to your local tackle store to purchase your rods. You can feel the rod you're buying and check the backbone right there in the store. You can have two identical flipping rods sitting right next to each other, and one of them will have the backbone on and one of them won't. So just make sure you check that before you buy. I hope you find this informative. For suggestions on videos you'd like to see or personal questions, please email me at saltyforlife@att.net. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me. I live off feedback. I'd love for you to post some comments, name some videos you'd like to see. I'm going to post future videos, and just feedback from the public is just so helpful. Make sure I do a good job. So, good luck to you and tight lines.